Hi everybody, I'm Jack Jinseki, and joining me today is Phantom.
Yo.
I never let anyone I never lead in saying, "Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna say your name," and then you have to introduce yourself. So
Oh, right.
people are always taken aback. They're like, hi."
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, I never expected to get this far. What's up? Hi, mom. I'm on TV.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you this, Phantom, but you're on a very small TV. Uh,
Hey, look. We were just talking about the technicalities and how we're not gonna worry about those, right?
did you, out of curiosity, what was the first time you were ever on a TV? Did you ever have that experience?
Yeah, I think I would have been in elementary school. It was a speech and drama thing.
Mm.
And they were like, and I was part of the production that was shown on TV.
Yeah.
That would have been so. I've been climatized to the screen at a young age, if you will. Um, I was on again in high school again for a robotics competition because I was the chair of that, and then also not chair. I was the captain of that team, and then I was one of the spokespersons for an inventors cup that we won. So I've been around the block.
So, just out of curiosity, what was the robotics club? What was? Oh, my volume is way low. What was the
No, you're good.
what what was the robotics club? What was your project?
So so we were part of we would enter a competition called Vex Robotics,
Yes.
and Vex Robotics is an international competition, which starts off with like regional, obviously like regional qualifiers, then national qualifiers and stuff. And usually the every team is given a task. You have to use very specific parts, usually from a set that Vex would sell on their site. That's how they made their money.
Hmm.
And then we would build these robots, and they would do very specific tasks. And it would be very much like it would be it would be less Robo Wars and more like which team can stack the highest tower, but you have to take all of the blocks out of this little bucket in the middle without touching the bucket or something like that.
Hmm.
And then every competition was set up in there were two phases. There was the autonomous phase where you had to program the robot to act completely on its own, and then followed by the driver phase, where obviously then the driver takes over and tries to score points. And so my team won the regional, won the national, and then unfortunately we got knocked out in the international. But still, we represented Ireland that year.
Wow. That is really neat. I remember back in the day there was a Lego set called Technic, and it was
Yes.
advanced. It was supposed to be more advanced robotics programming related stuff,
Yeah.
and I saw that and I was like, "There's no freaking way. I couldn't do that."
Think Lego Technic, but like steel. That's basically what it was.
Oh God. So, Phantom, what kind of let's start the interview, shall we?
Cool.
What kind
Yeah.
of what kind of content do you like to make?
So like honestly, my favorite type of content has always been singing content. I like making music, writing songs. But it's always been a very weird thing for me because I'm like songwriting for me is very spontaneous. It's not something I can plan, which means it's very bad for streams. And so what I do to supplement that is I usually like play games or do things where I can hang out with people. I haven't debuted yet, but my big plan is to play like a load of the old Flash games that I used to play as a kid and just kind of bring that nostalgia back. And that was something that I really enjoyed as a kid, and I really want to bring it back as an adult. Um, Obviously, like for my job, I stream a bunch of slots and stuff, but like, I mean, it's fun, but I basically treat that as a like a glorified what's the word? What is the word? Glorified just chatting stream, if you will. But yeah, that's yeah. So long story short, music and old Flash games.
Out of curiosity, how would you describe your work doing the casino thing? How would you describe it in your own words?
The easiest way to describe it is I'm playing games. I'm playing slot games on stream. And basically my viewers, if they want to, they can play alongside me. So a lot of times I'll be just playing and then trying to get a big win, right? Obviously, that's kind of how you play slots and stuff. And then if my viewers are like, "Oh, I think he's on a win streak. Oh, I think he's going to win," they can jump on with me, and then my wins become their wins.
Gotcha.
If I'm able to get one. Recently, fun fact, I got an 8,000x, which means that if someone bet $1, they would have won $8,000 that day. I bet
Nice.
10, so I got 80. Now, obviously, there's reasons as to why I can't just withdraw all that. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the job. But
So
um,
you actually put your own money into this.
no, no, I am sponsored. I am sponsored. They do give me a balance that I can play with.
Ah, okay, I see.
Yeah, thankfully. Otherwise, I would be very, very broke.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might not be the best way to make money.
Yeah, no, no. Most fun fact, most gamma streamers, that's how it works usually. So that's actually one part of my job. So that's the 4 hours of my 9 to 5. Um, the other 4 hours, I'm a team lead. So actually, one of my main jobs is managing streamers, making sure they're doing okay, mentoring new streamers, making sure they know that there's a lot of intricacies. I'm sure you know about content creation that
Of
a lot of
course.
people that just consume it don't know about. So my job is to help them navigate that. Then I'm also on top of that the games liaison. So I'm the one who communicates with all the different game devs, gets their games on the system, loads them up, makes sure that there's nothing abusable. Because especially if money is involved, right? You don't want to. Between you and me, I may or may not have lost the company about 80 grand. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you learn not to you learn not to cut corners after the first few weeks.
I can think of one question that we can edit out right now.
But it's no, it's fine as long as I don't specify how I did it.
Okay.
But yes. So I think that's another very big part. So I'm kind of like I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back or anything, but it's kind of like I'm kind of like the beating heart a little bit um of the show.
It sounds like you've taken on more of a management position in this
Yeah,
case.
yeah, exactly. 50%. I literally have a 4 hour management shift, then I have a 2 hour break into a 4 hour streaming shift.
Ah, that's
That's
not
fun.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I get to be down and dirty. You know, I always say that the best managers are the ones that are working right alongside you.
So, can you think of the specific event in your life that made you want to be a VTuber?
Oh yeah, easily. Very easily, very clearly. It was 2019 best time. Um, and I was feeling kind of alone. Um, things were kind of rocky. College was all online. Like it was a strange one. And I was aware of VTubers for a face. I was sorry. I was aware of VTubers for a while, watching clips and stuff, and then I started watching a VTuber by the name of Rita Kamishiro. I don't know if you've ever seen or watched them.
I don't know.
Um, I'll have to show you some of their stuff after, but basically,
Move your mouse, Phantom.
oh no, oh gosh, the my dude, my viewers on the Gamba stream do the same thing. They're like, why is your mouse just on this screen right now, and why don't you notice it?
No,
But
no, that's not a mouse. That's a butterfly floating through the forest.
exactly. Oh, dude, fun fact. Yeah, it's kind of public about me and May. But once upon a time, long, long ago, before the corpo phase, before
Yes.
it was actually would have been very dangerous, um, I was streaming on her computer, and no one noticed this. And for Jonas, if he ever sees this, I'm surprised you didn't notice this. So May used to have this really cute, like mouse kind of design.
Oh
It was like
shit.
I don't know, some kind of. Do you know you can have custom mouse icons? What,
Yes, I
May?
do.
Cursor icons. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, May. Oh no, my face. Hello, face. Okay, there. And what do you call it? you can very clearly see it on some of my screens, some of my streams when I was at her house and streaming from her house. It's just like a little panda looking thing, just like right there, and it's like no one is questioning why I have that, and it's really funny. Um, but yes, that's yeah. Sorry, I don't know if you've noticed this. I go off topic a lot, and I
I
apologize.
I think that that's like the VTuber equivalent of coming into work with someone else's shirt on.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Like literally had lipstick like smeared on my face. My speaking of my face, it's broken again. Wait, let me turn on the other light. Maybe the second light will work. When in doubt, use two lights. Oh wow, that was the issue. I just needed multiple lights.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. So I started watching Rita, and
Hmm.
I don't know. I just originally I just thought that VTubers were just like a kind of fad or something. But this ended up being a person that I genuinely like grew to respect.
Mm.
I always thought that VTubers was just like, oh, you have a crush on this cute VTuber, you have a crush on this one, you think this one's hot, but like Rita's content was like she really gave people like a place that they could belong, and and just the community like that she built was something that she could be proud of, and it was something I was very proud to be a part of.
Mm.
And see, before that, I used to run roleplay communities, right? Because
Hmm.
my entire thought process was for a lot of people growing up, kind of on the outside, um, roleplay was always a way that you could test run your ideal personality.
Mm.
People who like realized that they didn't really like who they were, or the person that they were was hard, or just wasn't able to function as like in society. Roleplay was always like that thing that was like that level of escapism, but also you're able to prepare yourself for the real world. Um, and so I had like big communities like that before, like 40 active people role playing at any given time type thing, and it was
Mm.
like all one big world joined together, so it wasn't just random role play. Um, and like that grew to about 400 people at the time, but
Wow.
it kind of got too hard for me to manage it, so I had just closed it down,
Wow.
which was very hard. It was very hard, but it was kind of like I'm messing with people's what do you call it? This is a serious thing, and I don't want to be doing a half-ass job and potentially messing people up even more. So I
Yeah.
shut it down. It was and then that's when I found like that's when the whole thing with me watching Rita and becoming part of a community, and I was like, wait a minute, I could continue my mission just with a different avenue, if that makes sense. Um, and
And
that's what VTubing became, and that's when I decided to take the step and start.
out of curiosity, did any of the people that you were managing, I suppose you could call it, did they follow you into your new career, or was it just totally fresh?
Back in the day, I didn't tell them. I was like being completely transparent. I was kind of ashamed that I wasn't able to finish the mission I'd started.
Of course.
So I never really told them until the very like until I was already established as a new streamer. It was probably a year in is when I started telling some of the old guys. Um,
There's a movie called there, that for some reason always sticks in my brain. It's called Little Big Man, and it stars Dustin Hoffman, and he plays a white man who is accidentally incorporated into a Native American tribe,
oh,
and
awesome!
it sort of follows him around as sort of big things just sort of end all of a sudden because people came in with guns and started killing everything.
Right,
And
right,
so it's sort of like there are these big phases of his life that just sort of end suddenly, and then he just has to move on into something else. And I don't know, that just kind of stuck out in my mind. It's sort of like just sometimes sometimes unfortunate things happen, but it's that is the nature of life itself, and we have to move on.
exactly. And what's most important is I think it's when a chapter of your life ends is when you can truly start to learn from it,
Mm.
because now you're looking at it objectively. Now you're looking at it as like, this is done, this book is closed. I'm not in the thick of it. I can look back and actually process it now. You know what I mean? I think I always look at it like that, and that's so real, man. Yeah.
So, uh, since you mentioned it, it's been a long recurring theme on this channel. There seems to be a tremendous amount of crossover with it's either VTubing or anime and tabletop.
Oh yeah,
And
that's all of the above for me.
and superficially, there doesn't seem to be. I mean, one of them is basically just playing games, and the other one is an art style from Japan. Superficially, it wouldn't seem that there was any crossover. Do you think that there's any sort of common thread between these two things, or really just how? Because you go to like an anime convention and you see just what we would generally describe as nerdy things all over the place, and they're not necessarily anime related, but people still relate them in their mind. Do you think there's a reason for that?
Oh yeah, 100%. Do you want the short answer or the long answer?
Whichever one you like.
there the world is split up into two things. When you're growing up, when you enter like your teens, you have one of two options. You can either find yourself, or you can follow someone else who you think found themselves. Anime, board games, nerdy things that you can engross yourself in, things that you can uh, get your whole life to revolve around. These are things that you can use to escape the stress that is fitting in, learning from others, learning that a lot of the things that you could get away with as a kid, like throwing tantrums or only doing what makes you comfortable, these things you realize as you get older don't don't work in the adult world. You have to learn how to do things you're not comfortable with. You have to learn how to talk to people you don't like. You have to learn to do things you're not comfortable with. And anime, board games, things, specifically roleplay, it allows you to forget that for a second. And because it is hard, it's growing pains, right? Growing pains hurt. That's why they're called growing pains. And because of anime, because of board games, we're able to really envelop ourselves in this whole kind of genre that's new and fascinating to us, something new we can explore that's a lot less hard, that's a lot less stressful. And we all kind of are kindred spirits in that sense, that, you know, whether we did it to ourselves, whether our environments did it, whether other people did it, we had a hard time. We had a hard time, and this was something that made us happy. And I think that that's why you'll see such an overlap between anyone that got a little too nerdy, a little too you know me, I'm like, real talk, I still only watch anime. You know, I still only watch, like, it's the only thing I watch, right? And it's because nothing else. I haven't. The reason I enjoy anime seems to be different from the reason people enjoy normal TV. Because when I watch normal TV, I don't enjoy it, and it's not because it's not not because it's not good. It's just because I think the things that I got from anime, I expect from TV, and TV just isn't built for that, if that makes sense.
I I kind of think I understand what you mean. It's almost as though when I watch anime, it's sort of like I am being enveloped by another existence of a sort.
Exactly.
But I feel like the more I see the way that other people consume television, and that's a more literal, appropriate term for what they do. They just sort of, it's something that just sort of fills a void.
Yeah, it's just kind of, it's like a distraction rather than a learning experience. I think anime is very much a learning experience when you watch it. Yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you.
Yeah. So, what was the process for creating your character?
I went on Booth, uh, looked for hot mail that's not being used already. Found one for $10. Bought it.
So,
So-
So does this mean this is the final form of your character? Do you ever intend on, like, in the future getting like a custom made model, or is this just sort of
This
like
character has really grown on me. I think I would get a custom model, but I think I'm gonna keep the aesthetic for the most part because it's really grown on me and it does really kind of match my personality a lot more. Um, it's like I like it because it's like it's broody, but the colors aren't too dark. Like he's got the white jacket. He's got like I don't know. I like it. He's like edgy without being too broody, if that makes sense.
yeah? It
Um,
because you had emo and then you had goth, and goth was the angry everything is black, and emo was the sad
yes,
everything was black, and this isn't quite either one of those.
it's like almost e-boy, but like the healthier e-boy, if
So
that exists.
what have you done in preparation of your debut?
I think yeah, one of the things obviously the practical side, right? I've commissioned overlays, I've commissioned my logo and stuff, so that's all being made in the process. But one thing I learned over the years, because I've been streaming for about 5 years now, I'm quite seasoned, is that what matters the most is creating content that allows you to attract an audience that you enjoy.
Hmm.
If you make ASMR, you'll attract people that like ASMR, people that are into that kind of thing. If you do gotcha games, you'll attract a bunch of people that really like gotcha games, people that really like lore, and what do you call it, cute characters and stuff. Um, and so I'm being very experimental by doing like old Flash games and stuff. Because when people think retro games, they think like NES, they think Super Nintendo. Do you know the original Super Mario Bros? You see a lot
Yeah.
of VTubers playing that, but that's not my childhood. My childhood was uh, cool math games. My childhood was
Yep.
Congregate, XGen. You know these
Addictinggames.com.
addictinggames.com. Exactly. My childhood was putting my mouse next to the loading bar to see if it goes up a pixel or two. You
Ha-
know what I mean?
how about albino black sheep? Do you remember that one?
Was that a
It had both
a type?
games and flash animations on it.
Oh gosh, kind of like Newgrounds,
Yeah, it was kind of like Newgrounds. Uh,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See, but that's what I mean. Like, right? That's my childhood. That's what I want to explore, and I want to attract people who will explore it with me and like remember what it was like, kind of thing. That's my goal. As with everything in VTubers, I know that there's a high chance that disappears in a month or two, but I definitely want to at least be very intentional with the foundation that I build my channel on,
Mm.
just so that I can kind of I guess in want of a word I can respond to the changes in content rather than having to react to it. If you're kind of picking up what I mean by that.
Yeah. It. I. I always wonder where the start of a major what would you call it, like when they start to play a game and it expands in popularity. I mean, they made a game about digging a hole and it just
Right.
exploded for like 1 week and then vanished from the earth. And I always wonder, what is the impetus of that? What is the very beginning, the first person who just said, I'm gonna try this out and just see what happens, and then they get a huge boost in popularity? I wonder what what that looks like.
Right. The easiest way to explain this is I'm going to use a very unpopular example, but see if you can see what I mean by it.
Yeah.
So, crypto, it has no monetary, it is nothing. There is nothing there. But
Yeah.
why is it that the the prices of them go up and down? What is it that drives this? Let's go for something closer to home. Handbags, brands, Chanel, Gucci. If I hire master craftsmen who use the exact same materials as a Gucci bag. They make something similar. Obviously, we're not trying to rip it off, but we're trying to make a very good bag, very similar. But then you've got a Gucci bag. Why is it that people buy the Gucci bag? Why do people get excited? iPhones. Why do people get excited when new iPhone comes out? Why not get excited about that random ass Samsung that just dropped some other? You know what I mean? It's like it all comes down to social value, if that makes sense. How much do people give an object value? People make objects entertaining. What makes it popular a lot of the times is very little to do with the content, but is a lot to do with the narrative that surrounds it. Perfect example, Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Five Nights at Freddy's, so hugely popular game. Gameplay, one of the simplest you'll ever find, right? It's you press two buttons and you look at screens. The story, the narrative, the fact that people were drawn in, they were able to explore this. Some people could relate to it. Undertale, right? All these things. Now, the thing about digging holes, you take something super simple like digging holes. Simple game, fun game, very easy for people to pick up. And people found it fun and they were able to escape for a bit and play it. A lot of streamers were able to play it. It was very easy for people to stream. People watched them play it. People thought it looked fun. If they didn't see someone else having fun with the game, they themselves would never have even considered it. And this is then like a compounding effect. More people see it, more people play it, more people play it, more people want to, more people see it, and suddenly it becomes this big. It just explodes exponentially into this big trend, and then eventually everyone just forgets it. That is the crux of it. As a content creator, it's something you understand. You have to understand so much in detail that you can't even fully put into words because it's so simple and complex at the same time. Because the concept is simple, but people are complex. So just understanding what could work and what doesn't work is so important to content creation.
It's kind of like the understanding the anatomy of a social contagion.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Hit nail on the
head. So, do you have any lore?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll be vague.
$10 model lore. What do you got?
I'll be super vague, because this will be revealed in my debut. But long story short, Ghost Hunter from the early 2000s is Ghost Hunter from the early 2000s. Very vindicated in his quest to like keep people safe. Very experienced in the art of like exorcism and such. Suddenly he wakes up 2025. I had to actually look at my calendar for a second. Wakes up in 2025, does not understand how he died, understands that he himself is a ghost, but continues to be a ghost hunter. So it's a ghost hunter. That's the lore. And also like obviously trying to figure out how he died. That's going to be a big part of it. But at the end of the day, just living.
So, what's the best thing you get from being a VTuber?
A community. I think the best thing I get from being a VTuber is there's two communities. One is being part of the VTuber community. So you're other VTubers, you're all kind of kindred spirits. And then being able to build a community for people as well. Like I said, this has always been my passion from day one, was building a community where I could see people getting to know one another, people joking around and having a place that they can retreat to when things get a little too stressful. But also a healthy one that doesn't breed like dissatisfaction or negativity, just one that's a chill place where people can just be. And that's the best thing I get from being a VTuber. It's the best thing I've always gotten from being a VTuber.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's something you do on your channel that you're really good at? I
I
I,
guess.
I
Hmm?
used to have a hardcore phrasing of this question, but I gave up on it. Where it was, "What do you do on your channel that nobody else does?" But I felt that
That's
might have been.
much better. You should definitely go back to doing
Oh,
that.
but
Because
that's
if people can't understand that, they need to quit being a content creator.
well, yeah,
Real
I
talk.
know, but it's not about like putting you on the spot. What is the big flaw in your channel? It's just trying. It's
Nah,
fun
dude. I
conversation.
vote. I vote. We go back to
F-
that, and I'm gonna answer
fine,
that question.
fine. Then answer that question.
What's something that I do better than anybody else? The big thing about me is that I think the thing that I do better than anyone else is that when I sing, when I entertain, when I do everything that I do, my goal is always to bring people together. And it's something that I've been able to do from day one. And everything is for the purpose of bring people together in unity and teaching them, not in a way that says I'm better, but like learning
Mm,
alongside people. Another huge thing about that is, like I said, Ghost Hunter, right?
mm,
That's not just lore. I am very versed in demonology and exorcism.
nice.
And I believe that power comes from knowledge and safety comes from knowledge. But it's also the kind of thing that you don't want to hit a person with all at once because this can do a lot more damage.
Mm,
And so what I do is I weave the subtleties and the nuances into the content that I make. Things like taking your thoughts captive, things like um, understanding authority, what has power and where it does. And these are very important things that are important to keeping people safe.
mm-hmm,
And it's something that I weave into every little aspect of my content.
mm,
Um, and it's something I'm very very passionate about.
mm. So, what do you hope to accomplish through your channel?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I've kind of already accomplished everything that I ever want. My I've ticked all the boxes. I'm kind of done.
If you're kind of done, then what are you still doing here?
I just I'm not trying to achieve anything anymore. Right now what I want is to make memories with people, to give people a place to continue to give people to reach even more people, to give even more people a place that they can just relax, make content that makes people smile. Um, everything else secondary. I've met my idols. I have a community where I see people where I know that even if I'm no longer around, they're going to keep talking to each other.
Mm,
That was a big one. That was a huge one for me. I have a community that is self-sufficient. Yes, I'm there. Yes, I'm there at the helm, but I'm very hands off. And you know this. I'm very hands off with my community, but they know that I'm like always watching. Um, and like I said, I've met my idols. I mentioned Rita Kamishira before. I've had the pleasure of working with her. Absolutely amazing person on screen and off stream. Um, I've been parts of collabs with huge streamers. I talk to streamers that I will never be able to collab with on the regular and get advice from them as mentors. I've done everything I could ever want as a streamer. Now my only goal is just to be if I could be real, like I said, I have a job as well, but my main goal is simply to be a good pillar for the family that I hope to build one day, and to be able to support the people that I care about as much as I can, whether that's my fans, whether that's my partner, whether that's a future child.
mm.
um, if I could answer the question with what do you hope to accomplish, um, my goal is to just keep doing my best to forever strive to be enough.
So, I I'm not exactly sure if I should even ask this one, but I'm going to anyway. Who's a VTuber you'd love to talk to, and do you have anything you'd want to ask them?
Yeah, sure. Once again,
You've
I've
already talked to
definitely
him.
yeah, I've already talked to him. No, literally, there is obviously there is one VTuber that I haven't really talked to. I was in a collab with them, but very different. Very different. Not a collab. I was in the same tournament as them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of kicked them out. But one of the things I wanted to ask would be actually Iron Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And that would then the question I'd probably want to ask them is they're they have their good days, the days where they're um doing well and they're on top of the moon and they're able to entertain. But obviously, with their situation and everything that they go through, there's going to be bad days. And obviously, the recent situation, which we're not gonna go into, um, this is there's going to be bad days, and I just want to know they what is it that they tell themselves in that moment that allows them to just put on the brave face and face their community, um, and like when they have to give, even though they feel like there's nothing left to give. Um, and obviously, I have my own answers for that, but I think someone like Iron Mouse, who with their health, with all these things that's happened to them, I would really love that level of insight
Hmm.
because yeah, that would probably be the question I'd ask.
I can't help but think that someone like Iron Mouse. I mean, like, yes, it's a controversy, and yes, it is a major shift in their life, but Iron Mouse has been through worse. I mean,
Oh yeah.
hadn't she? I don't
Oh
know.
no, I'm like I said, like the recent thing must have been hard, but like literally their health,
Yeah,
like their health, like you know what I mean? Like it's like when you're too scared to even leave your house,
yeah.
that's got to affect you in ways that make it hard to stream or make it hard to be someone. Streaming is a streaming is not something where you receive.
Hmm.
Streaming very much is you giving away as much of yourself as you can. It's like a
Hmm.
blood donation. You know, how much of yourself can you give away before you pass out?
Hmm.
That's streaming. How does she, what is it that she tells herself when it's time to do that and she has nothing left to give? Like the tank is empty and she's about to start her journey. Like what is it she tells herself in that moment? And I think that would be such a powerful nugget of advice
Hmm.
that yeah.
So a slight shift. A slight shift in the nature of the question. Are you a clip watcher or a stream watcher?
I used to be clip watcher once upon a time.
Hmm.
I love the funny moments. I love the big haha moments.
Hmm.
But eventually it transitioned into a stream watcher
Mm-hmm.
solely because I began to really value the lulls in between.
Hmm.
It's kind of the I feel like those moments are have become very special. Obviously, if a streamer is all lull moments, then I'm not going to watch them.
Yeah.
But I've transitioned into a stream watcher just because I can work and I can have them on the side. I can kind of be part of that little world while I'm part of my own little world.
Hmm.
So yes, very much nowadays stream watcher.
Yeah. I get that. Uh, who who's a streamer or channel that you watch that nobody's ever heard of?
That's a very good point. I need to think. Who do I watch that I? Hmm. There is a VTuber
Mm-hmm.
who used to go by the name Lady Firefly
Mm-hmm.
that I had the pleasure of working with, But recently I think she rebranded it. Let me see. Um, I haven't. I'm gonna be honest. Have not been able to watch her for a while, but because she was rebranding, so she kind of rebranded, and then I let her rebrand, but never ended up watching again. I think her name is like something Hima something Ritsu now.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to find their channel. Uh, okay, let's check this. Is this it? Oh. Is it an announcement? Oh, there it is. Harimau Rusa.
Mm.
Um, that's what she goes by now. I don't know if she's already done re-debuting, but I used to watch her a lot, and she was a much smaller streamer than I was. She's
Mm.
only getting like single digits to 10, but I always thought that she was super funny and super relatable, uh, and, and she had a lot of health complications and stuff, and she was able to push through, and she was very open about them as well.
Mm.
And I just kind of, I remember, I remember like just really feeling like part of the community, and I really enjoyed every single time I jumped into their streams. And then obviously Rita Kamishiro, but she's a lot bigger. I consider her a little bit more of a popular one. But she obviously is not mainstream, but
Mm-hmm.
she's her being the reason I started VTubing definitely would put her up there.
Mm. So, who do you know that you hope to collaborate with soon?
Um, who do I know and I would love to collaborate with soon? Huh. It's hmm. When you say no, do you mean like someone that I like know, or just someone
Um,
that I?
Take the question wherever you like it. Someone that you know of, maybe, or something like
Right.
that.
In that case, I think I'm kind of leaning towards like hmm. It's really hard because there's a lot of people, and this is something as well that you become painfully aware of
Mm.
as a content creator, is that there are people that you can watch, but you know for a fact you would never get along with them, like
Yes.
on stream. Um, so it's a hard one because everyone that I've thought I could get along with, I have collabed with them. Um, do huh. Oh my gosh, dude, this is a very hard question. Um, let me. I'm actually looking through my contact list right now. Um, let me see.
I mean, if there was a name that was there a name that just sort of popped into your mind when I asked that question?
I was thinking like Sea Dog VA, but at the end of the
Mm.
day as well, I don't know if I would genuinely would be able to bring any value in terms of my personality and his together. I do think
Well,
he's a very cool person. I do love his content, but
I
I'm
think
like, where do I fit
I
there if I were to do a collab?
I think it helps to think of these questions sort of in terms of wish fulfillment.
It's, it's hard, right? Because it's like I'm not the kind of person that
Because
I I
we can agonize over the trade-offs of every decision all
yeah,
day,
it's
but there
it
in our minds we have that fantasy of I want to be on this person's channel or something like that. I want
I,
to see what they're like.
for me, collaborations for me are all about like it's kind of like asking me who would you choose to give a present to.
Hmm.
It's like for me it's who, if I had a choice to bring value to someone's channel, that's what a collaboration is for me. Now if you ask me um who would I like to sit down and have a coffee with, not on stream.
Okay.
That would be probably a lot easier for me to answer.
Why don't we go with that then?
Yeah, I guess in that case it would probably be. Do you know Chris Broad from the Abroad in Japan channel?
No.
You gotta watch it. He's friends. He's he's been in Japan. He went over there on the Jet program. He's very involved. He's close enough with the Trash Taste guys, like Sea Dog and the Anime Man and Gaunt. And I don't know. He's just. I think for all my life he's been someone that I've always go back to his channel and I'm always able to learn something new and respect him in like how he is as a person. I would love to just sit down and like I guess interview him, if you will. But yeah, that would probably be my answer.
So, what
Oh,
advice?
sorry. May's yelling at me. The answer is Hime Kame, best VTuber. That is the person I would collaborate with.
I, I have news for you, Phantom. I have been so fortunate as to have May on this channel. Didn't
Wow,
you
wait,
know?
really? I
Wait.
did not know that.
You actually didn't know that.
No, I didn't know. May, did you have an interview with?
Hey, Jack Jinseki.
Sorry, you have an interview with Jack. Wait, when was this? Oh, cool. Well, there you go. Look at that. Look, well, would you look at that? Typical man doesn't listen to his partner.
Hold on. 4820 Phantom. I'm gonna write this down. Phantom uses the wrong name. It wasn't me. Oh god.
Yeah. That's really funny.
So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be an entertainer?
Understand that this is not something that you can do for yourself. Entertaining is the same as being a doctor. No, not in terms of importance. It's like being a waiter. It's like being a bartender. You are in a sense a servant of the. It's a job of servitude. Your job is not to have fun. Your job is not to enjoy yourself. If you can, that is absolutely amazing, and keep doing it. But your job is to entertain the people that have taken time out of their day to spend time with you. And if that doesn't sound like something you can do, you got to reevaluate your priorities, because you're going to hate every second of it 1 year down the line.
I always said that this gig is all about being the dancing monkey.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%, dude.
So, what was your gateway anime, and what drew you to it?
My gateway anime was Baka and Tess. Very old. And it was because my friends... Obviously, I'm not counting like Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything. I'm counting like my first subbed anime that I recognize as this is from Japan. Was Baka and Tess. My friends had come to visit because their parents were trying to recruit my parents into a pyramid scheme. And we were upstairs, far too young to understand, just kind of enjoying. Like, they brought their laptop, and one of them was a mod on Go Anime. And then they just pulled up the laptop, and we just watched Baka and Tess, and it was a great time. And after I watched that, I watched another season, finished that season, ended up watching Sword Art Online, Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul. I was that era. That was my era. Then from there, I kept going. Watched Fruit of Grisaya, watched No Game No Life, watched Log Horizon, um, kind of kept kept going from there, and now here I am, about 350 anime series under my belt. Um, Never stopped since.
Nice. If you could go to an anime convention tomorrow, whom would you cosplay as?
Who would I cosplay as?
And this can be anything. So unlimited budget, you look great no matter what it is.
Hmm. Hmm. I would probably go at. Oh, this is a hard one. This is a very hard one. Oh my gosh. May, who should I cosplay as? JoJo's? Which JoJo? Who in JoJo's? No, I can't. I'm too brown. JoJo is white. He's a white man. He's my options are Enrico Pucci, Abdul. Yeah, okay, I'm not brown. Okay, who? Okay, okay. I guess you know what. You know what? Here's the thing. Me and May. Me and May could go as, like, May would cosplay as Johnny Joestar, and I can be his horse, Gyro Zappelli. That's a loaded question. Only I assume you are aware of JoJo, of Steel Ball Run.
I, you know,
Oh really? That's crazy. All right.
I talked to May about Sonic. Yeah,
Sonic, yeah,
mostly
that is on brand.
mostly because I got my start on DeviantArt. I got my start on the
Oh,
internet on DeviantArt, so I am
oh, you poor soul.
all too familiar. I was, I was born in it, molded by it. Uh,
Oh gosh.
so, which game did you have the most fun playing on stream? And if you say peak,
Metal
I'm gonna
Gear.
end this
No,
conversation
it's
right
Peak.
now.
Wait, did you say Peak or League?
Peak.
Peak. Oh god, no! I actually freaking hate Peak. The only thing I like about it is pushing my friends like off cliffs. I actually incredibly dislike Peak. But it would be a freaking Metal Gear 5. Nothing beats. This was one of the last game I played before I went corpo
Mm-hmm.
on and nothing beats riding across a desert with a RPG tracked on a convoy of enemy tanks. So you are trying to get ahead of them and ambush them, while Hall & Oates Maneater is playing on your radio.
I love that. I love that in a video game. That's one of the reasons that I really loved Fallout New Vegas, because it's just you're traveling across the desert listening to a bunch of oldies while you're
Honestly,
carrying a
any
massive
game that
gun.
can do that. It's so good.
It's it's such a treat when you're able to sort of just disconnect from the fact that you're playing a game, and you have like that moment where you just sort of connect with the reality that's on the screen.
Yes. It's like, so going back to Metal Gear, right? There was one point, like, my chat was sick of it. My channel was on the verge of being deleted because of how many copyright infringements that game gave me. But I remember specifically, like, setting up on a hill, waiting for the target, because like Metal Gear is like, it's a lot of it is like, it's realistic in a sense that like you're doing stakeouts.
Mm-hmm.
You're waiting for, like, all of the people have schedules. They're all at certain places or certain times.
Mm-hmm.
And there's me like sitting on a hill, sniper track, distance gauge, and then I just need to wait for the guy to get out, like to arrive and get out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just like, all right, Hall and Oates, Maneater, play. And then I'm just there listening to it while I'm like taking out like high value targets. It's crazy.
That's another thing when you're playing a video game and you can have like a familiar music that's just like it's just inappropriate enough that it kind of it almost becomes funny in a way.
Exactly. But it also, like you said, it also roots you in a little bit.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. So, what games are you looking forward to?
Um, huh, that's a very good question. I think one of them would be when Star Citizen finally gets released because I love the game. I love it as it is. I enjoy the game as it is,
Hmm.
and I'm curious to see how far they're gonna take it in the next like 20 years.
What is there anything that you would like to see from it? I mean,
When they
not even like just like basic features kind of things. What what direction like generally do you think it should go towards?
I think I think they're already on the right track. So their goal is not to make a space game. Their goal is to make a space simulator. The feature that I'm most excited for is their dynamic server mesh feature. If I could get a little bit nerdy,
Hmm.
and that is that if there's too many people in one area, the server itself, well, they want everything to be on one server.
Hmm.
And the way it's going to work is each planet, each section of space is basically going to be its own little mini shard, this mini server. But they're going to do it dynamically. So if too many people show up at one planet, then the planet is broken up dynamically into smaller servers that can interact and see one another. So you can actually see into the other server, throw things into the other server, but it's effectively another server. So they call it the server messaging feature. Then when you get into cities, like they want to make it so that now there's so many people, all the buildings are going to break off into their own server meshes. And then if it's like one big building, then all the corridors, and that's going to be a way that they can like offload the load while also allowing an immense amount of players in one area.
Hmm.
And if they can pull that off, like we're talking real space simulation,
Hmm.
like we can all just be around and hang out.
Nice. Okay. Now we're on to the more random questions of the interview. I call
Awesome.
these for the sci-fi fans. I call these the Voight-Kampff questions. Uh,
I
no, no, no.
Nope.
Damn it! I keep looking for someone who's seen Blade Runner. Which of these do you which do you prefer? Elvis or the Beatles?
I respect Elvis the most, but in terms of the music, Beatles.
Do you have a favorite song?
Yesterday.
Nice.
Yesterday, life was just an easy game. Oh, love that.
What's a song you can't help but dance to when you hear it?
Oh, that's hard because I dance to all the music that I listen to. Um, the first Ruby theme song.
Hmm.
This will be the day.
So do you think that your playlist is like mostly anime related stuff?
It's anime mixed with K-pop, mixed with like worship, mixed with like J-rock. It's a mess. And mixed with now it's got a load of country in it as well.
Oh, there you go. Well, the warship and the country kind of go together, and the K-pop and the J-pop go together a little bit. Though, don't tell the big fans that. Uh,
And then anime as well is probably roped into those two.
oh yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't name like any of the songs or the people who sing them. I remember I once went to a event could where you could win prizes by calling out the name and who wrote it for like specific anime themes, and I was like, unless the person who made it is creepy nuts, I have no chance in hell. Uh,
I feel that. I think I'm good with creepy nuts. I could probably name every Lisa. I could probably name every Ado. And but then some of them are just like, there's this one VK band that does a few. I think they call like Ciel and Grey or something like that.
mm-hmm.
And that would probably be it for me. I'm good with like telling you what anime it is. I've actually won a lot of prizes for guess the anime opening, but I could not tell you the artist.
Oh boy. So, what's your favorite chill out movie? And this can include anime. All this can include anime.
That's hard because I don't rewatch anything. I don't rewatch shows that I've already watched.
Okay, then let me set up a scenario for you. It's 20 years ago, or sorry, no, how about, let's say 15 years ago, everybody still has cable. Everybody still watches TV. You turn on you turn on a channel, a movie is playing, it's right in the middle of the movie, but you're like, you know what, I can vibe with this, so you sit down and you watch the rest of it.
Probably an episode of Always Sunny. I know it's not really a movie,
That's fine.
but Always Sunny in Philadelphia is just brain off Danny DeVito best boy. That's
I'm the trash man. I get on the stage and just start eating garbage.
we had in college we had a life-size cutout of Danny DeVito.
That guy is awesome. I love Danny DeVito. And apparently really nice guy in real life.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that when he was working on Matilda, there was the young actress playing the lead role, and her parents were going through some sort of major surgery, and apparently Danny DeVito took care of her, helped her out in that period of time. So I got
so sweet.
I got respect for the guy, and apparently they're still
so
good
sweet.
friends to this day.
See,
yeah.
he's the perfect man.
Yeah. And he was also hilarious on Taxi, which you've never seen.
Nope, never seen it. How did you know?
I'm an old man phantom. I'm an old man.
I think that the reason I mentioned that is because I'd come home from college and I'd be tired, and my housemates would just be watching Always Sunny on TV, and I would just sit there, stare at the screen, not understand anything, but just laugh and chill. So that's why I choose Always Sunny.
Nice. So, what's something crazy you've always wanted to try doing?
Skydiving.
Nice.
Skydiving. That'll be fun. That'll be so fun.
I would never try skydiving. However, I have contemplated going up in a hot air balloon.
That also sounds really fun. I would actually be more scared to be up in a hot air balloon than skydiving.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like the end of Willy Wonka where they're flying around in the glass elevator.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. And the rousing music playing in the background as the credits start to roll. What's the weirdest thing a complete stranger ever told you?
I was sitting on the train in Germany, and I've said this story many times. And suddenly I feel a sharp clench on my right butt cheek. I turn around and I see this like 60-year-old woman there, and she gives me a little like hi there. You know, like the wave of your hand, but just like you close one finger at a time. It's like that seductive hand wave.
Oh dear.
Where you use your fingers to wave. and she goes, "Hi, my name is Olga." And
seriously, Olga?
Olga, very much so. And then I apologized. Mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. Ich spreche kein Deutsch. All right, I just said it like that, and she's like, "Yeah, no, it's okay, it's okay." Then would proceed to talk to me in German. And this woman, I kid you not, like gassed me up for a full like 5 minutes of just complimenting me in German and telling me how she was like from out of the country, and I realized then and there that I actually understand German quite well. But it was really funny. 60-year-old woman complimenting me and gassing me up on the train next to my uh, at the time not fiance.
So, which do you prefer, chess or poker?
Poker is entirely dependent on who I'm playing with. If I'm playing with good players, then poker. But good poker players are hard to come by, so I play chess more. But I will say poker. Like, ideal case, poker.
Okay, then how about this? The people you're playing with are May, of course,
She'd lose.
Jono,
Jono
and
would be good.
Rio.
Rio would lose. So it would just be me versus Jono. In that case, yeah, I think playing chess with Jono would be so fun. Not chess, poker
Poker.
with Jono would be so fun. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my answer. I'm gonna stick with poker. Well, like Rio and like, do you mean gay Rio or Australian Rio?
Uh, Australian Rio.
Oh, Australian Rio would be good as well. Okay, so it would be three of us, and then May would just lose all her money. Um, yeah, so poker. Poker would be so fun. Poker would be so fun with them.
Uh, so,
Oh yeah,
God,
yeah.
God
You
I hope she's not watching this.
be very quiet when I answer this. Um, but yeah, so the big thing about May, and one of the cutest things about her, is that she is incapable of having any form of poker face ever. You can tell exactly what she's thinking based on her face at all times, and she cannot hide it. She would suck at poker. And the thing is, she isn't fully aware of how bad it is. So she would think she's doing well in poker, but she would not be doing well in poker.
Oh man. So, who is a TV character, anime included, that you identify with?
Yuji from Fruit of Grisaya. Um, Actually, a lot of my personality early on was based on him.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I did surpass him in terms of the kind of person I wanted to be. But a lot of my foundations are still rooted in his character,
Mm-hmm.
and just the way that he's very kind of open with like what he wants and the kind of person he wants to be for other people, and the way that he learned a lot from his past and is using it to the best of his abilities to help the people around him in the most direct way possible, for better or for worse.
Hmm. What's your favorite thing you ever cooked yourself?
Ooh, I had a Wagyu steak and I cooked that thing to perfection, dry aged, by the way.
Nice.
I cooked it to absolute perfection, medium rare, amazing crust. I used a really, really hot pan. Um, I basted it with. I did add a, l- a little bit of like rosemary and some, but I didn't add anything besides salt, pepper, and then basted it with some garlic butter and rosemary. And oh, I can
Nice.
still taste it. Thinking about it makes me drool, man. Like, you can mess up a steak. I don't know how familiar you are with cooking steak, but you can absolutely ruin a steak.
Of
And I
course.
did not ruin that steak. That was a good steak.
I know that my mother actually, whenever she cooks a steak, she's always petrified of overcooking it. And I'm like,
Yes.
you have to commit. It's like oh, what is it? It's like flipping a pancake.
Yeah,
You have to commit to it.
you have
Otherwise,
to.
that's when you mess up.
Exactly, exactly. The worst thing you want is a steak with no crust
Mm,
that is being overcooked.
yes.
Yeah, 100. I would take an overcooked steak with crust, to be honest. I just want the crust.
So now on the other side, what's the worst thing you ever cooked yourself?
I'd mix blueberry syrup with my rice. tried to make blueberry flavored rice. Blueberry syrup cooked does not taste good. I almost threw up. Blueberry syrup and rice do not mix. Like, I'm talking in the rice water, I added blueberry syrup. Not blueberry syrup on top of the rice. I mean, I cooked it in the blueberry syrup. Like, and not like jam. I'm like the artificial crap.
Ah,
It absorbed into the rice in all the worst possible ways.
rice is a finicky business.
Yeah, I learned that day. Normal rice, fried rice, no other kind of rice.
What about rice pudding?
Yeah, that's fine, but that's more pudding than rice.
I should remind you again. I am an old man. I love rice pudding.
Rice pudding is good. We have a very, very good brand of rice pudding in Ireland, and I live by it.
Okay. You find $50 in the street. What do you buy with it?
Right now, Cracker Barrel stock. Because think about it. I found the 50 on the street. It would not hurt me to lose it. I put in $50 and hope that Cracker Barrel gets a new CEO. And the moment that happens,
No.
their stock jumps.
No.
No, you think it's too far gone?
No, it's not that it's too far gone. I think that it's way too complicated for this stream.
Oh, yeah. Long story short, chat. Company make bad decision. Price of company drop.
Company make lots of bad decisions.
Company make lots of bad decisions. And then, so what you do is you buy and you hope that they start making good decisions. If they don't, then you lose your money. If they do, you get a return. It's great. Oh my gosh. That's what I would do with it, because it's just like, I could be the one person buying Cracker Barrel stock. I'm not going to use my own money, but I'm going to use the $50 I find on the street.
So, what was your favorite game as a kid?
Minecraft.
You know, I'm going to tell you right now, my first videos on YouTube were Minecraft vids.
Same. 2 years. Daily uploads.
I didn't do daily uploads, but I did do. I made maze videos. I made concept mazes. Yeah, we're talking super dorky here.
Like with traps and stuff.
No. It's a long story, but I will tell you that my crowning achievement was a maze without walls.
Oh. Wait,
Yes.
that actually sounds kind of cool.
It is. It's very cool if you're a super dork like I am.
When do we get to see? When do we get to see the remaster?
No. But yeah, no. It was also. I also did. Never mind. Story for another day. If you could wake up with one talent tomorrow, what would it be?
The ability to be able. I already have this quite a bit, but I want, if it was like my one thing and it was just really good and much better than I am now, it would be the ability to like tell what people are feeling just by looking at their face. I know a lot of people can't have that. A lot of gamblers, fun fact, obviously, you kind of want to be, the song, I may live and learn how to tell people's faces by the way they hail the car. You know the
gotta
song,
know
The
when
Gambler.
to hold them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I would love that talent, because I feel like it would just be so useful in just understanding people and being able to make connections.
Which decade's aesthetic vibes with you the most?
I'm gonna be honest, and a lot of people are gonna hate me for this. I'm pretty good with modern aesthetic. Like right now, I kind of like where fashion is, as it is, where it's like there's a lot of expression, There's not a lot of rules, um, and it's mostly about how you wear the clothes rather than the clothes you're wearing.
Hmm.
You can wear clothes from like any decade, but as long as you're pulling it off, and you can add your own flavors to it. Like I feel like 10 years ago was a lot more strict on what is considered fashionable, whereas now it's kind of gone back to almost Wild West.
Hmm.
And I'm enjoying that a lot because I'm being very experimental with my clothes that I wear.
Nice. Do you collect anything?
Um, I wish I did. I'm just not a very materialistic person. I tried collecting tea bags for a bit, but I got bored of that. That would be the closest I've got to collecting things. But unfortunately, I'm just not a materialistic person, man. I don't, I don't really, unless you can count Uma Musume horse girls. Uh, like that'll be the closest I've got to a collection.
And my final question for the interview: what smell reminds you of home?
Um, for Ireland, it would be, it would definitely be wet, like the wet grass after rain in the later evenings.
Mm-hmm.
For the Philippines, it would be hot tar, like road tar. That's just, you can just smell it after a while when it's
Oh
too
yeah.
hot. Yeah. And then for the States, root beer. Very much root beer.
Root beer.
You cannot smell. Root beer is a smell you just cannot get anywhere else in the world.
Wait, so root beer? They don't have root beer anywhere else?
Nope. In Ireland, there are some specialty stores that sell them, but it tastes like toothpaste.
Wow. What about birch beer? Do they have birch beer anywhere else?
First time I'm hearing about it.
Oh, you've never heard birch?
No.
Maybe I don't know if that's more of a New England thing. It might be a New England thing. But anyway, there's something that's kind of like root beer called birch beer.
Is it good?
Oh, it's delicious.
I'll see if I can find some and give it a try.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen anywhere here that's selling it, but
You
I
never
will look
know.
out for it. Yeah.
Anyway, if you've been watching with us, thank you for joining us. Phantom, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to talk to you.
Yeah, no, it's my pleasure, man. Hopefully I didn't talk too much.
Hey, I always say the interview goes on as long as it goes. If you want to follow Phantom, and I'm not gonna lie, if you're watching this channel, you probably already do. But there's going to be links to all of his socials in the description to this video. Be sure to follow this man. He is fantastic. I've been watching him for quite a while now. Thank you again for coming out. I do appreciate
Of course. Anytime. I'm sorry it took so long.
it. So long to what?
It's been a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, the reason for that was because up until recently...
Oh, yes. Restrictions.
Yeah, there were restrictions, and I didn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Right. So if anything, you jumped on the moment you could.
I won't lie, the thought came up very, very quickly.
Hey, you gotta love an opportunist.
Hey, what can I say? Anyway,
in Ireland, we have a saying for him. We call him chancers. He's chancing his arm. He's going for it. We call him chancers.
Oh boy. And with that, I was your host, Jack Jinseki, and joining me today was Phantom.
Yeah.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.